Alright, what's up guys? Koya here. Today I'm going to show you guys sampling bits of songs into your tracks, how to get everything lined up, how to get a beat on it so you can use a clip of a song, whatever you want to make some sample-based music. So, right now I have Bobby Darin Mac the Knife loaded up, and this is what I have right now. Whoop. So that's my sample. Um, for anyone who's not completely familiar with a sampler and how a sampler works, is basically you drop in a song, you drop in a clip, you drop in a drum hit, a sound, a noise, whatever. You drop that into here, and what this is going to do is then, based on your root key, which you see right now. So if I play the root key, it's going to play sample as it is, normal pitch and everything. And if I go up or down on my keyboard, it'll play through this faster, slower, and that's how you get a pitch. And that's how you can actually use a sampler to make any sort of instrument. You can take any sample and make an instrument out of it. Say, let's just get a snare drum in here, So you can do rolls, you can do whatever. But right now we're just interested in playing the song through. So I'm using E right now, E3, and what you got to do is once you get your sample, bit of your song, whatever, dropped into the sampler, got your pitch and everything, you're going to have to figure out what tempo that is, because it's going to be off tempo. It's not going to keep the same tempo. As you speed up the song, obviously you speed up the beat, you speed up the rhythm, and you speed up the tempo. So you have to figure that out. And generally how I do that is you can either use this tempo marker. I already figured out it's 103, but if, say, I'm not sure, I just have it at 120. I'm going to turn on my tempo. I'm going to record however many bars I want. So I want 16 bars. I want to play it through about this section. Something like that. So it's 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then repeat. So I got 16 beats in that entire sample. So this is a 16 bar measure, 16 bar sequence. What you can do is then tap out to kind of get a rough estimate. Okay, so I tapped out at about 103.38. And now if we play it through, and I'm looking at each hit of the metronome is going to hit on each of these beats, and I'm going to actually look at this line as it travels down the sequence and make sure that every hit of the metronome kind of lines up with each of those lines. So let's take a look. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And for simplicity's sake, I figured it out at 103.00. It doesn't really matter at this point. But another thing I like to do is just line up a bass drum and then play that, so you kind of actually get a rhythm piece into that sample. It's a little easier to figure out the tempo if you have an actual instrument playing instead of the metronome. And I would argue it's even a little too fast, but I don't want to go to anything too drastic, so I'm going to put it at 103. now that you have it all tempoed out and you have everything ready to go and you have your sample, you can now build off a drum beat. So I have some claps, I have a snare, I have hi-hat and everything, because now that this song is quantized to metronome, I can just drop in, I can record and quantize straight to the grid and not have to worry about it. So if we just move out of that loop over there and just play this first track. And that's how you basically sample a song and get a beat and everything quantized into it from any pitch you want. So that's that, and it's pretty simple, and once you get the hang of it and once you get a good sample to play around with, you can make some really cool sample-based music. That's all. Stay tuned next time. I'm going to be talking about how you can use a drum rack to help you quantize more complicated samples, typically acapellas, etc. But if you found this to be helpful at all, check out my SoundCloud, links in the description. Stay tuned. Alright guys, thanks for watching.